assuming I'm all ready to go.
Yeah.
Blender's up, microphone is working. You gave you my icon.
Yeah, you're all set.
Streaming, cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna post a few little social media things and then I will get into helping.
You are all good.
All right. Move my little cod closer. Put my cod right there. Nice.
Delightful.
Yeah.
I love you, and thank you for joining me on this journey.
Hi, Foxy. Hi, Autumn. Thanks for the 31 billion years. How are you doing? How was your Monday? Oh, my nose has been so runny lately.
Oh.
God. Wow.
Yeah, allergies are getting me as well.
Yeah, it's weird because I'm like, there's definitely no pollen, but I don't know, season changes and then my body's like, it's not time.
I think it's just the temperature change. Maybe like humidity, air pressure,
Something like that.
something.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Volksy. Works time to move faster, you can be done with work sooner. Well, hopefully we can help you feel like time moves a little bit faster at least. Alright, Kaj.
Yeah.
We had left off here where I was jiggling the mirror modifier. Let me pull up the pictures of your ring you sent me so I can have those as a little reference. I feel like that would be helpful. Don't really like that, dude. Can you not do that? I love new Windows problems that nobody's ever had before. Okay, so I know how to move a window between monitors. I don't know what to do when a window has like moved its top bar off screen. How do you fix that? Because I'm like, I want to grab this window and reposition it, but I can't because the top bar of the window is off screen. How the fuck do you fix that?
Are you able to hit F11 to maximize the window? See if you can, or actually,
yeah, if I maximize it, I can. Oh, okay, yeah. I tried full screening it before, but that makes the top bar entirely go away. But then I just tried grabbing it from the top, even though there's no bar there, and then that gave me permission to grab. Grabbing.
We love cranky windows.
Yeah, just fucking Windows in general. What a operating system. Okay, I paste my Kaj ring ref. Into my little reference window program. Nice. Nice. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's plenty of
Hell yeah.
references. Okay. How's our little baby boy doing? We had solidify to make it. You said you don't super care about the inside, right?
Yeah, no, the inside can just stay flat.
Okay. We can leave that how it is then. I had grabbed this. Oh, it's because I was gonna work on making the bevel, basically.
Yeah, we were planning to. We set it up to where there was just one that we're working on one side and it's gonna be mirrored over to the other.
Yeah, that is in fact the plan.
Object properties mirror. Yep, there we go. Y-axis, cool.
Yag. Okay. Let me test a few things to see if they do what I want, and then I will confer with you if we end up wanting to do that. That doesn't really do what I want. What about this? No, that also does not do what I want. Oh, wait,
I forget,
maybe we
what's
don't
the
do
button
that.
to select a ring of
Behold
faces,
Alt and
polys?
then left click. Based on where your cursor is, it'll determine whether which direction you're trying to have it go in.
Wonderful, thank you.
Okay, so I think what I would like to do here is I want to create the little bump that is on the edge of this ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the way that I want to do that, let's see, is this going to do what I want? Yeah, it is. Okay. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is let's grab this this outer loop here.
The edges.
Are you able to pull my in edge mode? Are you able to pull my
Okay.
do you want me to, is it better if I share screens on Discord as well so that you can see things live and you're not waiting for like stream delay?
If you want to, sure.
Okay.
It's
I
not
should
too
be
much of
able
a
to do
delay
that
from what I've noticed.
Without too much issue. We'll see.
Actually, no, that is a bit of delay. So, whoops. There we go. Let's pull
Let
it up
me
real
know
quick.
if that worked.
It
Hi
should.
Fluxy, how are you? Were you able to pull it open on Discord?
It is opening right now. Discord's being itself. Stream failed. Oh,
Is that on your end or on my end?
it might be on my. It's probably on my end.
Well, let me know if you can leave it and rejoin and
Close
then,
that stream real quick.
Yeah. That's good to hear, Fluxy. Are you able to join it, or do you want me to close it and reopen it?
Close and reopen it because Discord doesn't seem to be cooperating right now.
Okay.
Blows.
How about now?
Loading.
Because having for you to have to wait for a stream delay to have the know what I'm doing would be annoying.
It would be, but it says no permission. When I'm,
Oh,
like,
it might be
hovering over
because
your
we're
little-
okay. Hold on, it might be because we're in this channel
Because we're in a stream?
specifically.
Oh,
Here, I'm gonna go change a channel down below and just change the number of people that can be in it to 2, and then just
Sounds like a
dump
plan.
us in there. Okay, let's go see if that fixes the issue. Well, okay.
there we go.
Can you restart your stream and I'll restart mine?
Will do. Okay, that's there.
Okay, I watch, I click it.
What's up, Kittimer? It still says no permission. I think it's because you're streaming to
Oh, it
Blender?
might be because I'm
streaming to Blender,
already
streaming to
using
Twitch.
that thing for OBS. Yeah, that might be
That's
why.
what I'm thinking.
Wait, hold on. Do I have Discord installed on the other computer?
Hello.
Do not.
Today's
Wondering
Blender for noobs.
what the best way to resolve this is. It may be installing Discord on the other computer and also streaming that. Or alternatively, doing some really, really hacky bullshit. Can I grab this window? Will Discord let me grab this window? Can you see this? Can you grab that, Kosh?
Yes.
Okay,
I did.
sweet.
I grabbed it.
Yeah, that's basically just stream, but
Jerry rigged. Wonderful.
yeah,
I
it's
love
just
it.
stream, but over Discord.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. I might go crank down the fucking because that spun up my fans so hard. Can I adjust the, no, okay, I can't adjust the settings once I've already started it. Can I stream that at not 60 FPS 1080p maybe? Smile, would that make you happy, your computer? Okay.
How dare you put my components to work?
Did that give you the tiny window or the big window? I don't know which one it gave you. Let me know.
I'm getting the full stream.
Okay,
You're
sweet. Good. Good. Okay. That should fix all of our problems then, because now I should be able to move things around and you see it pretty much live right now. You can see me jiggling the... Okay. Okay, good. Dark Star, hello. How's it going? I'm doing okay. We're just getting into it on here. Okay, so I want you to grab this ring.
Yeah,
This
already
edge
there.
loop. Okay, yeah. So we grab this edge loop and essentially what I'm thinking is this is going to be the edge that we turn into the big the big thingy on the ring. Actually maybe we adjust it a little bit. Okay, so maybe I grab it from here because I want this to be... No, okay, so yeah, actually let's add one loop cut first before we do that, I think. All right, so just click any edge that's on this like plane here. and make sure you're grabbing one that's going from like left to right. If you hit Control R, that's going to be the hotkey to add a loop cut. Then if you left click and then
Control R.
Yep, Control R.
There we go.
And then if you left click, it'll turn into the slider where you can choose where to put it. We're just going to right click, which is going to put it directly in the center.
Sounds good.
Okay. Now that we have that there, that's basically just going to support this little bend that we have here because I want to keep that. So now we go back to the section I mentioned before, which is this like outer edge loop here.
Got it.
And then is this the like an axis that I'm happy with? Yeah. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's add a supporting edge loop on this edge as well. So let's grab an edge that's along this series of faces and do another Control R, left click, right click.
Got it.
Okay. Now we revisit the thing that I mentioned 3 times now. And we grab that edge loop, and now I want you to hit S, which is the scale key, and just to make sure, you should have, if you hit comma, you should have it on global, and if you hit period, you should have it on median point. Your orientation and pivot point.
Global and median point, yes.
Okay, now when you hit S, it will scale this edge that we've grabbed. And when you hit left click in the bottom left, it will show you the little it's going to tell you basically what function you just performed, and we can just type numbers in here so we make sure we have an identical ring so far.
Okay. So you said the resize window?
Yep. So in the bottom left, what is your numbers you've got in there? And I'll just,
everything says, and then orientation is global. Mirror editing is clicked
everything.
on.
Yeah, I just care about the number. What's the number?
0.9.
Just 0.9.
That's just what it says right now.
Oh, you made it smaller? We want to make it bigger.
Oh, we want to make it bigger.
Yeah,
okay.
we are dragging it out so it becomes bigger.
Bigger.
Could do like 1.0. Oh, actually, I guess before I should do that, let me make sure I show you how to do that. So once you've made it bigger, just make it any amount bigger, and then on the left-hand side here, where you have those numbers, you're gonna hold Shift, and you're gonna left-click and drag down until you've highlighted all 3 fields of numbers. Now you can change all 3 of them all at once. What's the end goal? We're gonna make Kaj's ring. Is it a partnership ring band, or what is it called?
It's a wedding ring.
It's a wedding ring. Okay. And then let's just type like 1.08. I think is good. Then hit enter. And that'll keep it so we have the exact identical sizes together.
You said 1.08?
Yep.
Got it.
And now with this raised edge that we just created, with that whole ring still selected, which if you accidentally deselected, it would just be Alt left click, and that's going to select the whole edge again. We're going to hit Control B, and that's going to be our bevel hotkey. So just let it slide a little bit. You don't need to make a huge bevel because we're going to mess with it in the little black dropout panel in the bottom left anyway. So just like do something with it that creates like that one rectangle. Don't make it too thick that it like starts shrinking into itself, and don't make it so thin that it just disappears. So just like try and make it so that there's like a face there, and then you can hit left click, and then this little pop-out menu in the bottom left-hand corner has a lot of information that we can mess with. So the first thing that I would say is I like to have, I'd like if we had like a little bit more topology there to work with to make it a little bit smoother. So I'm going to change segments from 1 to maybe 3. is probably enough.
I see that, yeah.
And now that we have that, honestly, I think that's fine. Let's just make sure. What is your width set to?
Right now it is at 0.045.
All right, yeah. So let's click on it because there's going to be numbers after that that it's not showing in the little preview. I'm just going to change mine to 0.0445 as well.
445 or 45?
0.045.
Okay.
Does this matter? I don't think that matters. Oops. What does your profile shape say? It's 0.5, right?
Yes.
I just jiggled mine accidentally. Okay. That's kind of fine for now, honestly. I'm pretty happy with that. Topology as opposed to bottomology. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay. I don't really think I have a picture of it, but just from actually, let me see. Does it show in any of the angles that you sent me? I can kind of see it in this one. Let me add that to my ref over here. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in on that. I just want to see what the like inner little like lip looks like. This area specifically, and it seems like it's
so the
more like
the small
nice
little like
round.
border, the rounded border that we just made,
yeah,
that pretty much is the edge of the ring.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
can
it's
I
not
can
actually really
I
that
can
thick.
kind of see that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, it is probably easiest to let me make sure. I'm gonna do a few things and just make sure that it works the way that I want it to. Yeah, okay. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm just gonna make that like the actual edge of our ring, because right now you can see that we kind of have this like it kind of like pops out a bit, and that's not really what your ring is shaped like, so we're gonna get rid of that. The way we're gonna do that is we're just gonna move this inner loop a little bit. So if you hold Alt and then left click and you select this inner loop, once you've
oh, wrong side.
Yeah, you can't. You won't be able to make selections
There we
from the mirrored side. It has to be the side with the topology.
Yep.
Okay. Now
I
that
just
you've
gotta
made
turn
that selection, we're going to hold comma and go from global down to normal.
Okay.
You've worked with Unity, so you understand what like a normal of a face is, right?
I believe so.
Basically, normals are just what is perfectly perpendicular to a face. So if an edge is part of a face, its normal is going to be the same as that face. So basically, the normal of this face is going to be pointing out in a line, and that's what we want. It's basically an easier way to. We could just use the y-axis, but I like to. I'm trying to add ways to teach you other things about how Blender works.
Okay.
So we're going to use the normals of this ring, which is just going to be the same thing as the y-axis based on how we set it up, but it's just a good thing to know how that works. So for example, this face here, its normal would be like pointing out of it, basically. It's basically like the exact perpendicular of a face. All right, so now that we've selected that, we're going to hit Shift Tab to turn on snapping, which is going to turn on this little magnet icon up at the top. Maybe I should go to my other scene so you can see everything. I don't have to be in funny little would probably help if I can show you every single thing that's going on screen. So let me actually do that. But now I have to put my Kaj onto this scene as well.
Little corner cat.
Yeah. Okay, let me add my Kaj. My little Kaj. Well,
It says that
Well.
tries produce better normals than quads.
well. Where's Kittimer messaging? Oh, I just got that. How did you get that message before me?
I've been stream. I don't know.
It's fucked up. All right, there's my little Kaj.
I don't know,
Give me
dude. Get good.
Give me my little Kaj stream. Well, little Kaj stream. Okay, there we go. All right, this way. That updated on your little Discord thing that you can see as well, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, so if you hit Shift Tab, it turns on this little magnet up at the top. That's our snapper. We're gonna click the drop down and make sure it's on closest vertex.
You say closest vertex.
Yep, so snap base is on closest, snap target is vertex.
Got it.
Now that we've done that, if we press G and then Z,
G.
G is our move tool and is the hotkey for move tool, and then hitting Z is going to lock it to the Z axis of our current orientation. And since we had it orient based off of the normals, it's gonna essentially just be the Y axis. But I just wanted to show you like a way to leverage normals that might come in handy in the future. So now where our little mouse cursor is, it's going to start snapping if we hover that over anything that's a vertice. So I just want you to go and hover it over a vertice of anything along the like next highest ring, and that's basically just going to snap it so that it's perfectly aligned, so that it's flat.
Got it. And just click.
Yep.
Okay, so it is now.
Yeah, so now
flat
instead
with
of
the,
being
around
like
it, yeah.
bumped out like this, now it's like this.
Mhm.
That is what we've done. Okay, cool. So we can hit Shift Tab to turn snapping back off. We can take our orientation, which is the comma hotkey, and go back to global. All right, so now that's nice and flat. What else can we do to make this like nice? I kind of want this to probably be like a little bit more round, honestly, right? Because it looks like it kind
Maybe
of, it doesn't like go
take
completely flat.
The edge ring that's like in between, yeah.
This one, probably. We can
Yeah,
just start.
the-
I'll show
the
you
next
just how
one
to
down.
start jiggling them. This one.
Okay. Yeah, that one. Because it's not really a thick ring.
Oh, do you want to make the actual ring itself thinner?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Let me grab this. What the fuck do we... Okay, yeah. Let's just grab the if I grab this whole thing, does doing this do what I think it does? It does not. Okay. That does in a very weird way. Not the way I think it does. All right. All right. So first thing we're gonna do is grab the one before that. So let's grab not the innermost ring, but let's grab this ring, this edge loop right here.
Yes.
Who is
Got
the
it.
ring for? Nolo, presumably, and it's for both of them. They can both have
Yeah.
one. Hi Dogu, how are you? Hi Full. So I'm going to show you the edge slide tool, which is the hotkey to slide an edge along its existing topology. Is you select whatever edge. In this case, we have a bunch of edges selected because we have the whole loop. And if you double tap G, that's going to start allowing you to slide it based off of where your cursor is located. So we can
That is
slide
extremely
that.
useful.
We can slide that up and just tell me what your factor number is when in the bottom left corner in the little pop-out thing, and I'll just type whatever you have to make sure it's identical. Make sure you click the number so it shows you all the numbers. Let's just do 0.8. How about that?
0.8?
Yeah, 0.8. All right, you got that?
Looks good. I like it. Yeah.
All right. Now if we select this inner edge loop, I just wanted to do that to keep us from overlapping and like running into it. Now if we select this innermost edge loop, we can make the ring thinner by doing that exact same thing. I'm gonna have us change our viewpoint to a orthographic perspective so you can have a more exact idea of how thick the ring is. So we're gonna select this innermost edge loop by holding Alt and then left click, and then you're gonna hit 1 on your numpad to go into front facing orthographic.
Okay.
Now if you double tap G again, we can adjust the width of your ring. And just go to whatever you like, and I will just type whatever number you settle on into the factor.
Do 0.8 again, because that seems to be a
0.8.
good size.
All right.
Yeah.
You said you don't really care what's going on with the inside, so I'm not gonna worry about that so much.
If anything, we just pull the edges. We just pull the edge to the center, and it'll just close up the inside.
Yeah.
think.
I mean, so we also have the solidify modifier that we left disabled. You can preview that to see what it's gonna end up doing if you want to.
Okay.
I don't even think that's necessarily super necessary. What? Oh yeah, that's kind of more of.
Looks good. I like that.
Honestly, let me teach you how to do that manually rather than using Solidify. So on your modifiers thing, which is on the right hand side in your properties window, there's the orange square, and then beneath that there's the blue wrench. It's probably still the same thing you have open. You can just click the X on the right hand side of your Solidify modifier and just delete it. We're not going to use that. I think I want to show you how to use other things to do it instead.
Get off of my screen. There we go.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do instead. We're going to just close the ring and basically make it a solid. So let's grab this our bottommost like edge loop on the inside of the ring.
Yep.
And then we're gonna hit E, which is the extrude hotkey. And when that happens, it's going to do a bunch of fucky shit. Like it's basically gonna extrude it in like a way that's not super useful to us. But we can leverage the power of hotkeys. What is the hotkey that I'm looking for here? You can just right click to cancel it, by the way, or just undo if you've already done it. I'm trying to figure out what is the one that I want to show you. I feel like it's probably this. But kind of like in the opposite direction. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so we're gonna grab that, we're gonna hit E, and then you'll see it's kind of like not what we want. It's just very like hard to control. If you click in on your mouse, it's going to extrude along normals. And then instead of pulling it out, you can just kind of move your cursor so that it's going in.
Okay.
And then because we have our mirror modifier set up to combine vertices if they're overlapping in the mirror, just drag until you've like closed the gap. It doesn't matter if you go a little bit past, just don't go all the way past so that you're like extruding on the other side, but just trying to have them meet up in the middle. Try not to leave a gap. If you do, we can fix it later, but just like cross over a little bit, but just not too far, and then bam. Now you've got that going for you. And honestly, we can just grab this and leverage the power of our funny little snapping tool to fix it so that it's perfectly centered. So once you do you have this edge loop on the inside now that we've extruded this face?
Yes.
Okay. Now that we've got that, we're going to hit Shift Tab again, which is going to turn our little magnet icon on. So we've got the whole loop selected. We're going to hit G, and then we're just going to hover our cursor over one of the vertices on our like top center line. And that should, oh, wait, hold on. Actually, maybe this is better to do from orthographic view so we don't fuck things up. So hit 7 on your numpad before you start doing the movement. Actually,
okay, so Shift Tab.
let me explain all of that over again. So we Alt left click to grab the whole thing. We're gonna hit Shift Tab to turn the little magnet on for snapping. We're gonna hit 7 on our numpad to get orthographic top view, and then
7.
just for visual clarity, we'll hold Alt and then press Z, which is gonna go into X-ray mode. So now we can see that like our inner thing that we made is not actually like perfectly centered. So the way we're going to fix that is, since we have snapping mode on, now if we press G and we move this ring and we just like hover over the vertice that is at the exact like center of our ring, that's going to move that whole thing so that it's perfectly centered as well. And then you can hit left click to confirm it. Alt Z to turn X-ray back off. Middle mouse to like drag and change the camera. I don't really like, why is it like, I feel like that's not. Oh,
that's
okay,
not right.
Okay, it's, I didn't tell you to double tap G, I told you to regular tap G. All right, so wait, undo for a sec.
Okay.
So that you get back to just having this highlighted. Then we can do that again, except instead of just tapping G for move, we're gonna double tap G, so we're edge sliding. That's what I actually wanted. So if you double tap G and then you hover your cursor over that center thing, it's gonna edge slide so that we don't have that weird like everything being canted on angles.
That seems to have gotten the very center. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, and now instead of like before when I told you to just use G and do that, it was doing this weird thing where like all of everything's like offset because we didn't, because we're actually like, because when you press G, you're using the move tool, so you're actually like moving it around. Whereas if you double tap G, you're just edge sliding, which is far nicer for the purposes that we're going with. All right, so we're gonna hit Shift Tab again to turn our little snap tool off. And now our ring is a solid for all intents and purposes.
Hell yeah.
So the only thing that I think, so you said you don't care about the inside. Do you want this edge to have a little bevel as well? Like I guess I can highlight it to show you what I mean. Do you care about this edge? Because like your finger is going to be going through it in VR, but like, do you want that to be a little beveled as well?
We could bring it inward, just like a hair, just to like make it become the bevel.
Yeah, we can do that, or we can actually use the bevel tool. I leave it to you. It just depends on one adds more topology, the other doesn't.
Let's keep it a little bit lower on the lower poly, because right now I've got 13,500 tries.
Okay, so you can just grab this outer ring again with Alt left click, and then if you double tap G, that's gonna edge slide us, and then that is going to, oh, what the fuck is going on? Oh, did I like, oh, I at some point over extruded stuff. Let me fix my model. Here we go. Okay, that's my bad. Now I can grab this. And we can edge slide inward, and then you just tell me how much you're gonna go for on your end, and I'll match my factor to your factor.
What button do I push again to have it move?
Double tap G. That's edge slide.
Double tap G. Okay, it's not quite cooperating the same as what you're getting.
Okay, did you have did yours do something similar to this?
Yes.
All right, so what's happened is we've hit E too many times. So what happened is one of the times we hit E to extrude, we didn't undo far enough. So what has happened is there's a bunch of duplicate edges here. And they're kind of invisible. They're just sitting on top of each other. But that's okay, because this is a great thing to have happen, because I can show you how to fix it. So
Great learning mistake. We love these.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit A to select all of our topology.
Okay.
You're gonna hit F, or you're gonna hit M, which is your merge hotkey. Or actually, first we're gonna change to vertice mode. So hit 1 to change to vertice mode.
Okay.
And then you're gonna hit M, and then that's gonna bring up your little merge hotkey options, and then you're gonna click by distance.
By distance.
By default, mine is 0.0001. Is that what yours is? In the little drop down in the bottom left.
301. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So basically, what that did is it said any vertices that are within 0.0001 meters of each other, merge them into one vertice. So all of our overlapping topology that we just had is now fixed.
Excellent. That just dropped my triangles by about 500.
Yeah. So we're gonna hit 2 to go back to edge mode, double tap A to deselect everything, alt left click to grab this inner ring again, and now if you double tap G, it should behave the way that you were thinking it should.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, and just adjust it to whatever you think looks good, and then just tell me what the factor is, and I'll and try, or just type over the factor so that you get an exact number, and I will I'll type the same thing.
Oh, come on. 0.2.
0.2.
That looks good. For all intents and purposes.
Yeah. So, one of the things that I find interesting here is, so we have our little thing, but the bevel isn't exactly like even anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So what if we redid this to fix that? Because I think that's something that's pretty good. So you see how this is like we have our little like beveled raised edge of the thing, but it's not like symmetrical, you know?
Equal?
Yeah. So what if we redid this to fix that? The way that I think it is best to do that is we're gonna probably destroy the whole thing, make a perfect edge cut through the middle, raise it to where we want, and then bevel it again. Now that we have our inside face and this like inner thing situated. So I think the faces we're gonna get rid of are these ones, essentially, these whole loops here. So to grab these loops in the way that we want, it's gonna be holding Alt and then left clicking.
I think it's
to get the if you hit 3 to go into face selection mode.
3. Got it.
Yep. And if you don't if you ever forget like what the hotkeys are, you can see which mode you're in the top left by where the little drop down says edit mode. Yes. Vertex is the dot, edge is the rectangle, things the face is the square. Yeah, so if you hold Alt and then left click, if you do it on the long side, it'll try and go this way. If you do it on with your cursor closer to this side, it'll go this way. And then we're gonna hold Shift Alt left click to extend that, and we're just gonna keep doing that all the way until here, I think.
Got it.
And then we're gonna hit X, and we're gonna hit click faces. So we delete faces.
Okay.
So now I want you to hit 7 so we get the orthographic top view. And then hit 2 to go back to edge mode. And I just want to make sure we grab the centermost thing here. So we're gonna grab this little edge. I guess you don't even have to go to the orthographic mode. I just did that for the sake of making sure I know which face I'm on. It doesn't even matter. We're just gonna grab any edge on this like outer part, and then any edge on this inner part, but they have to be the same face. But it doesn't matter if you did like these two or these two. So we're gonna grab that. We're gonna hit F, which is going to fill that with a face.
Oh. Oh, I did it wrong. That's why.
You can go back if you want. It's just going to be
F?
yeah, we're in edge selection mode. We grab this face, we hold shift to grab the other one, and hit F. It's going to create a face here.
Okay.
Now that we've done that, we can hold alt and left click here, and it's going to select this whole loop. And then once we've done that, you can hit F3 to pull up your little search bar. We're going to type in grid fill and then select that.
Oh, it still remembers it from last time.
Yep.
Grid fill.
Cool. And that's just going to fill all of that in. And now that we've done that, now we can leverage the idea that I had, which is we're going to select one of these edges and we're going to cut it directly down the middle, and then we're going to bevel that cut. So let's grab one of these edges and hit Control R to have our loop cut happen. Hit left click to make it happen, and then right click so that it's perfectly centered.
Okay.
And now that we've got that, we are going to press S, and we're gonna scale it however much you think is good. That is going to be the peak of our like raised loop on the edge. So scale it by however much you think. That's going to be like we're going to round it off with a bevel, but that's going to be the highest height. And it looks like it's a little bit higher than the inner ring. But just tell me what number you settle on, and then I will type it in.
I did 1.02, actually.
Okay. If you click on it, does it actually say 1.02?
That's what the resize says.
Yeah, okay.
We can bump it up to 1.03 though.
1.03, okay.
Yeah, let's do 1.03.
That's gonna have it be shorter than our inner ring, though. It looks, the pictures that I see that you've sent me look, I don't know, it's hard to tell from the photos. Is the beveled edge higher than the like
it's
inner
ever so
part?
It's ever so slightly higher. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe we do a little bit more than that, because so here we can get a perfect view if you hit 3 on your numpad. That's going to show you a better perspective for you to judge the height of these components.
There we go.
Okay. Maybe just hit Control Z until it's completely flat again if you've confirmed any of these, and then scale it again and tell me what your number is.
Scaling is what combo of buttons?
S. It's just S.
S. Just S.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it is the same height. Let's do 1.05.
1.05. Okay. Cool. All right. And now that we've done that, now we can bevel this and make it all nice. So with this raised edge loop still selected, we're gonna hit Control B, and then just drag our cursor a little bit. Oh.
You say Control B?
Mm-hmm.
Something is not acting correctly.
Let me undo to where we were before. So you should be in edge selection mode. You have the whole edge loop selected.
Yep.
And then try not to have your cursor directly hovering over it. Like move your cursor a little bit away, because where your cursor is is going to control how much bevel is happening. So you hold Control and then you hit B, and then you drag the cursor, and that's going to start doing the bevel. Did that work for you this time?
Negative.
All right, let me, maybe it's not Control B for default hotkeys. Let's see. What happens if you just hit regular B?
Am
You
I hitting
can't,
the wrong button? I might be hitting the wrong button.
B like bear.
Yeah. Shift spacebar or Control B.
Yeah, it should be Control and B. Oh, you have snapping on still. So Shift Tab to turn snapping off. And then yeah, Alt left click to select the whole edge loop, and now try Control B. Nope.
Oh,
Oh.
something moved. Hold on. What was that? There we go.
There you go.
But then it cuts off of it.
Yeah, so
Huh.
just make a tiny little rectangle, and then we'll fix it with the little pop out bar. So left click to confirm, and now you can adjust the number of segments. So I've been using 3. So let's go ahead and you have your width type on offset, right? And then you have your segments as 3.
Yep. Width type offset.
And
with,
then what did you
0.04, segments
width of
3.
0.04? Okay, I'm gonna actually type 0.04 so it's exact. Cool. So that is now a much more uniform bevel to what we had before. Although I'm still not super thrilled with, because that raised it perfectly, but did our bevel? It's because these aren't at the same height. That's why the bevel is not exactly the same. Well, I kind of want it to be exactly the same. So I think okay, so something I want to do specifically, because I'm a freak, is we're gonna grab this outer loop here. So Alt left click.
Okay.
We're gonna hit Shift Tab to turn our snapping back on. And then we're gonna double tap G to start edge sliding. And then I want to hover my cursor over, wait, hold on. Right click to cancel that. I might have to get us very specific. Bro? Why is that not? Just this. That's not what I want at all. I just want you to be at the same. Okay, what if I change you to, hold on a second. I know what I want to do, but I want to know what snapping I have to do to make him happy. Is it edge snapping? Will that give me the edge that I want? I just want you to be at the same height as this thing. That just gets rid of you. I don't want that. Wait, oh, is it because those are at the same height? No, they aren't. Why are you like this? Okay, it's not edge snapping that I want. What do I want to do to make this happen? Okay, if I change it to normals. That's like not gonna work. It has to be edge sliding. Or no, that's not gonna do what I want. So what I'm trying to do right now is basically, I don't like that this edge loop isn't the same height as this one, basically. Which we can fix by like scaling, but I don't think you can snap while you're scaling, so it can't be like perfect, basically, which I want it to be. I want it to be perfect, Cod. I want it to be perfect. Okay, it's probably easier to just do this from this stage then. So maybe we undo back to where we started our bevel. It shouldn't be that many steps. Because that'll make it a lot easier to do what I'm trying to do here. Is there a way to do the whole ring at once without having to delete stuff? So if I do that and then I go pull that. Oh, I'm just because I'm on normal. Yes, okay, cool. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab that edge loop on the outer edge.
Got it.
We're gonna hit Shift Tab to turn snapping back on. We're gonna hit G once, and then we're gonna snap it to this inside edge, and it's gonna glitch inside of itself, and it's gonna look broken, but that's fine because we're just gonna left click once. Then we're gonna hit Shift Tab, turn snapping off. Then we're gonna hit G, and then Y.
Hold on, it's not wanting to snap to it. Why is it not
do you
snapping?
have snapping on? Shift Tab, the little magnet icon at the top.
I do. Yeah.
It should snap
It's a
onto a
vertex.
vertice. Yeah. Let me look at your thingy. Look at your stream, but bigger. Okay. Yeah, you've got Shift Tab on.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe scroll your mouse wheel a little bit and zoom in. Yep. And then you're gonna basically just hit G. Okay, but where your cursor is matters. So move your, so hold on, right click to cancel that. Move your cursor, stop rotating your camera so I can describe things with what is currently on screen. So zoom in, scroll wheel up.
Okay.
Keep going. All right, so we're, oh, no, a little bit back. Yeah, there you go. So, move your cursor to the vertice that we want to snap to, basically, which is not that one, but that, yeah, that one. And then just hit G. Okay, now left click. Cool.
Okay.
Now we're gonna hit Shift Tab to turn snapping back off.
Okay.
Also, let me go back to OBS so I can see my little funny stream chat. And now we're gonna hit GY to pull it back out from inside of itself. So we're gonna hit G and then Y to lock it to the Y axis so that it pulls out in a straight line. Now those are the same height, which is what I wanted. Okay. Were you able to do that?
Oh, come on. Okay, so it's bugging out. Give me a sec. Snapping.
I can
G
go
to
through
there.
it again. Here, let me like
Click. GY.
Oh, you have to turn
Turn
snapping
snapping
off before you do that, yeah. So right click to cancel that, yeah. There you go, now GY.
GY.
You can pull it back out. Yeah, there you go, nice. Great. And now, however, the bevel that we want to make is no longer perfectly centered, so I'm going to teach you how to dissolve edges, and then we're going to remake the bevel. Okay, so we're going to select this, like, now sort of indented inner edge. And we're going to hit X. And we're going to, instead of where it says, like, delete, there's, like, a sort of, like, gray line that separates these. You can click Dissolve Edges. And that's just going to tug that edge right out of there, and now it just goes back to being a solid face.
Oh, that edge did not It's not equal with that. It's not flat. What the hell?
Were you able to dissolve the edge?
I was, but my outer edge is not flat with the inner
Let
edge
me look at what you're looking at.
like yours. I gotta tweak it again.
Well, wait, what are you talking about? That like angled face on the inside is what we did before. So that's
Well, no, I mean like this one's not flat. It's not at the same height.
yeah, no. Oh, it's not. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Here, let me keep my cursor hovered over here so I can keep seeing what you're doing while I'm doing my things. Mine is at the same height. Yeah. Okay. We can fix that. So we're gonna do it again. So
Okay.
just zoom in so that your cursor you have an easier time doing stuff with your cursor. You're just gonna you can just hit 3 on the numpad, or you can just stay in this view. It's fine. Whatever is good for you. You want to stay zoomed in though because you want cursor precision.
Okay.
So hover your cursor a little bit further right so that it's on the vertice that we want. Yeah, and then hit G. And then left click. And then shift tab to turn snapping back off. And now GY. Yep. There you go. And now it should be at the same height. It's not. Okay. Oh, it's okay. It's because it's because the whole ring is like your whole ring. That entire edge loop is not the correct size. Which is interesting. I don't know how that would have happened. Is that also the case for mine? It is. It is the case for mine. Okay. How can I resolve? Oh, it's because we're hitting fucking. It's because I'm having you hit G instead of edge sliding. Cause I'm dumb. Okay. It's fine. We'll figure it out. So you still have your edge dissolved. Let me just match back up so my shit's matched up back up to yours. Okay. We're gonna grab this outer thing again. Does doing what is this going to work? That's my question. Does that work? And now if I turn this back up and I do this, is it perfect? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what we have to do. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I got it. All right. It's literally just a matter of how many times I tell you to hit G, basically. All right. So hit 3 on your numpad so that we're perfect orthographic side view. Shift tab to turn snapping back on.
Okay.
Cursor hovers over one of the vertices that we care about. Yep. Double tap G. Left click. And then shift tab, turn it off again. And then GY. Yeah, there
we go.
Yeah. So it's the difference between grabbing it and edge sliding it. So what's happening when we're grabbing it is it's just like repositioning it rather than sliding every edge along its existing face normals. It's just repositioning it, which is not the same.
Okay.
Okay. Let me turn that off. I don't need so many things previewing. Thank you. Okay. Good. All right, so now we've got that perfectly level, which is what I wanted. All right, now we can make our bevel cut through it again. So we're just going to grab one of the edges and then hit Control R to cut our loop. Left click to confirm it, and then it'll turn into like a slider. Right click to cut directly in half.
Okay, got it.
Now that's selected, we can hit 3 on the numpad to go back to the orthographic side view. We're going to hit S to scale again. And we wanted it a little bit higher than the inner ring. And just tell me what number you arrive at, and I will hit that number as well.
Still a little bit higher.
Yep, a little bit higher than the inner ring. Boom.
1.05.
And also, it might be easier for you to do if you are in. Oh wait, am I never showing the Kaj update? Hold on. Hello?
It's still showing one of the older screenshots. Yeah.
It's not live. Hello? What window? Oh, okay. It's because it's like trying to capture a window that doesn't exist anymore. Hold on. I go grab it. What are you trying to grab? Discord. What are you? Why is this like this? Ah, there it is. Okay. It's because it's used to it's trying to capture my Oh yeah, now can you just move your camera so I can make sure I have it right now? Yeah, okay, there we go. It's because I'm used to being in the live channel, and OBS's capture of Discord's pop-out window has a name in its title based off of what channel you're in, so that broke when we changed channels, but I fixed it now.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. You said, what did you resize your scale to?
1.05.
Okay, cool. So now we've got that. We've got our outer edge that's perfectly level. So now when we bevel it, so you can hold Alt left click, select that whole edge, and then Control B, drag your cursor a little bit. Now when we bevel that, the bevel is going to behave and be perfectly nice and good. And then just let me know what your bevel width is, and I'll type in the same number.
I'm hitting what buttons again?
Control B to bevel.
Control B. Okay.
And then you move your cursor around to drag the bevel out. In general, cursor position matters a lot in Blender when you're doing stuff. The closer you are when you start the transformation thing to the thing you're transforming, the higher precision you have. The farther away your cursor is from the thing you're trying to transform when you start the transform hotkey, the less precision you have.
Okay.
So did you make your
I think
bevel?
I did that with the.
Let me take a
Give me a
look.
sec. So there's that there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, you're back to where we need to resize the height.
I can. Yeah. So there's that there.
Mm-hmm.
I hit Control
R.
No.
Control R to cut your
Control
edge
R.
loop. Yep, and then left click,
There,
right click.
That.
And then 3 on the numpad for orthographic side view. And then
Okay.
S to scale.
S to scale.
Yep.
Okay. I jumped a step. That's all.
Gotcha.
So 1.05. Oh, it landed
Yep.
there exactly. Cool.
Yep.
Neat.
And then Control
And
B
then
to bevel.
from there, Control B to bevel.
Yep. Drag up. You want to go up. There you go. And then once you've left clicked, you can change the segments to 3. And then you can just drag that width slider left and right. If you hold shift, it'll become oh wait, not but yeah, you've clicked in it now, so now I guess you can type. Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you decide to type? 0.04. Hi Fang, how are you?
0.0425.
0.0425. 0.0425. All right, cool. Nice. All right, that is looking pretty good. I feel like maybe we could add like one more cut on this inside edge to make it a little bit more
just
of
to
a,
give
yeah,
it a
because it's
little
kind of
more
like
curve.
flat. Yeah, here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's grab this edge and then we can control R
So control.
and then left click, right click to cut
R.
it directly in half. And then we can grab this edge, not the one we just made, but the one to the side of it. And then double tap G to start sliding it around. Yeah, that's more like it. Or actually, maybe we just... Actually, instead of double tapping G, so before you double tap G, or just right click to cancel it or undo if you already confirmed it, we're going to grab this edge. And I think instead we're just going to scale that edge down. So hit S and then just drag it a little bit. And then let me know what number your scale thing in the bottom left says once you've dragged it. And I'll match yours.
Just one actually. Negative. It's not one.
What is it?
What am I doing? Okay, so I've rushed myself. My bad.
It's okay.
So,
let me
control.
keep it what you're doing. Yep.
I've ended up control-Zing too much.
All right, that's okay. That's okay. There is a redo button, but you know what? Learning, maybe doing it over is better. So we're gonna cut an edge loop there. You can ask me for hotkey clarification at any time, but I'm gonna try and encourage you to remember it on your own as much as I can.
The more I do them, the more I use the hotkeys, the more I'll remember it. I'm having a hard time because there's so fucking many.
There are so many. So control R is the loop cut. And then left click, right click to center it.
Okay.
And then we're going to grab the edge loop to the left of that.
Okay.
And then hit S to scale it a little bit. So I think if you scale it down, it'll make the curve a little nicer. And if you want to have a better view of what it's doing to the curve, you can hit right click to cancel your scale operation and then hit 3 on your numpad to get the perfect orthographic side view. And then you'll see how scaling is going to make it a little bit nicer. So if you scale it down a little bit, then you're going to get that nice like curve going. And then just let me know what you ended up scaling it to.
Everything is saying 1.007.
Did you make it bigger?
No? Not that I know of.
Hit 3 for me just to see it from the side. And then
The numbers on the resize keep on like acting up, I think.
Just hit Control Z and then Control Shift Z and then we'll see what happens.
Control Shift Z?
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so you just... Okay, so you've done the transformation twice is the thing. Yeah, so the second time you made it bigger.
Oh, okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, that's what it was at before. So this is
Scale.
Yeah. Oh, you still have snapping on somehow. Like your stuff's snapping. Are you holding shift while you're doing that?
No, I've got only just my mouse is being moved.
Interesting. Because you see how it's like if you drag it a little bit. Well, hold on. So hold on, hit before that. Hit Control Z to undo that. So when you hit S, it should just slide smoothly. It shouldn't be. It should never like. Do you see how it's like? Is it just the Discord stream, or if you move it slowly, do you see? Yeah, it's like popping. It's like trying to snap for you. Does mine do that?
Yeah, it is kind of.
Yeah, no, mine's just super smooth. Mine doesn't pop at all. Is that something to do with?
It might be because of how do I shift like how do I pull my view upward so I'm just like looking at the top half of the ring?
Pull your view upward. Hold shift and middle mouse is to drag your camera around. Is that what you mean?
There we go. It wasn't working earlier.
Okay.
There we go. Okay. It might just be that because I was so zoomed out so far that it was having to like.
Yeah. Either way. So let's so undo until undo until your ring is flat, or like until the thing we were scaling is flat. So right click to cancel that operation, and then with that loop selected, the one that we're about to be scaling. Hi, Cernic. How are you? Hit numpad period, and that's gonna zoom you out a bit, but it's gonna rescale our entire camera controls based off of that selection. So that should make it easier. Now if you zoom back in and then you shift middle mouse, that should fix any wacky like camera control bullshit. So now if you hit S and like scale it down a little bit, you should have some number below 1 to give me.
0.986.
Okay. That works for me. And then I think the last step that I want to do in terms of making this nice and round is we're going to grab the very center edge loop and just make it a little bit bigger so that it's like the peak of this little like rounded area. So grab it and then S to scale and then just make it like a little smidge bigger. So it's nice and rounded.
Want to go.
And then tell me what your number is.
There we go. 1.003 is what it says.
0.003. All right, that works for me. Okay. How are we feeling about how wide the bevel part is? Do we feel like that needs to be wider? Also, at any point, if you want to see what this looks like without the wireframe in the way, you can either hit tab to go back to object mode, or you can in the top right hand corner while you're still in edit mode. Actually, this you can do it in edit or object mode, but it's the utility is of being in edit mode. If you in the top right hand corner, there's the overlays button, which is the like Venn diagram with one of the circles like filled. If you click the blue part, that'll turn it off, and then it'll just disappear all of the like UI and stuff, and that can be helpful sometimes because like you're like, I don't want to see the wireframe lines, I want to see what my model looks like. Hell yeah,
I think it's looking pretty good.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask, I feel like, again, this is just entirely like aesthetic preference, do you feel like the outer raised thing is wide enough compared to the center part of the ring?
Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
It's not meant the outer like beveled like edges are the two little like mini rings on the edges are meant to be just more of a border than anything like super prominent.
Okay. Cool. Well, in that case, is there any like anything else that we need to do to this shape, or is this shape kind of what you're happy with?
I will say though, for a small ring going on an avatar's hands, 960 triangles seems like it's quite a bit for a small little detail. How would I go about like removing some of the topology?
Retopology, baby. That's its own whole thing. So there's a bunch of ways that you can do this. 42 fucking months, Linnea. Holy shit. 5 billion fucking years. Oh, thank you so much for the support. Huge heart emoji. How are you doing, Linnea? How's your Monday? So there's a lot of different ways you can do retopology. At this point, I do think it's just like we have a bunch of edge loop cuts that we probably don't need. So there are several things you can do. One, you can leverage the power of software, which I personally is what I do on my bigger models. I use the last time I did actual manual topology, it was just for like hands, was Retopo Flow, but then that's free. But I use something called Quad Remesher, which is basically the Blender branch of Z Remesher, which is the remeshing algorithm built into ZBrush. However, on a scale this small, you can kind of do it yourself. Because we can kind of just vanish a lot of the topology here probably without much trouble. Something that I'm very curious about is, what is Blender's decimate going to do if we tell it to decimate this model? What are you going to do? Do you have to be the first modifier? What makes you go? I don't use Blender's shit. Unsubdivide? Oh, it's because we're in edit mode. Hold on, let me go to object mode. There we go. Oh. Can I tell you to maintain quads? I don't think you can yell at it and tell it to maintain quads. But basically, you would use either a combination of modifiers or software. That's how you would actually want to do it. I think because our topology is so simple, it's probably not a horrible idea for us to be able to just do it live, like manually. But I don't know an intuitive way to like to do that without having to just click a bunch. Like, I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there is a way to be like, hey, delete every second like ring. But I don't really know how to select every second ring without doing it manually. But like, let's say, what happens if I click dissolve edges on that? Yeah, basically the way we're going to make this have less topology without me handing to you a paid add-on or having to teach you another add-on is just by a little bit of labor, honestly. Just clicking a lot of shit.
That's fine.
And unfortunately,
doing it the hard way is the best way.
The reality of that is our shit. The reality of losing topology means things that you want to be round are going to not be round. However, something that we can do is we can bake. So we can save this model. We can duplicate it. We can we can duplicate this model. Keep it where it's at. Make the duplicate the have lower topology, and then we can bake the normals of the higher topology one onto the lower topology one.
That way you kind of like fool the eye.
Yeah.
It shows that it has a much more like polished edge, but it's using lower polygons. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Shift R does not do that for me, Jet. I was hoping it would, but yeah, it does not. I was hoping it would, but no. Yeah, so in order to do that, truly call, yeah, as punishment, exactly, that's right. Noise. Why are you so ugly? Because of this? I'm just not used to using that filter. That's fine. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back into object mode because we're pretty happy with it, with our son, our baby son, our boy. Yeah, honestly, if you shade it smooth, it looks crisp, dude. Pretty crisp. I'll keep it flat though because you have it on flat. So we're gonna click our object while we're in object mode. And then we're gonna hit Shift D and then just left click. And you'll see in the outliner in the top right, we now have wedding ring and wedding ring 0.001.
Okay, yeah, so we duplicated it.
Yep. So we're going to hide. Let's click on the first. Let's go to the outliner in the top right. Click on wedding ring and let's hit F2 to rename that. And we're just gonna rename it like wedding ring high poly. And then we can hit our little eye to hide that. And then we can click on wedding ring 0.001, hit F2 to rename it, and we can just call it wedding ring low poly. And now we go in and we fucking chop him into pieces. And we make him a little bit less round at the expense of at the expense of roundness, we regain lower topology number. So now that you have your wedding ring low poly, we're gonna go back into edit mode. And honestly, so I'm gonna hit 1 to look at it from the front. And then I'm just going to say like this middle edge, I want to keep that. Then I'm just gonna hold Alt left click, grab this thing, and then Shift Alt left click, grab that. And then I'm just gonna keep going, and then I'm gonna stop when I get close to what is on the x-axis. Okay. Then let me know once you've got all those selected.
Yes.
Okay. Then if we hit Control Shift M, it's gonna mirror that. Control Shift M. And then in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our little pop-up that says Select Mirror. And we're gonna check off the checkbox for Extend. So that's gonna add to our selection. And now that we've done it across the x-axis, we can hit Control Shift M again. And then, can I do it across? Yeah, and then click Z. And that'll give us all the selections that we want.
Okay, cool.
And then we're just going to, I have no idea what this is going to do because again, I don't do read topology like this, but in theory, this is basically what we want to do. And then I'm just going to hit X and then hit dissolve edges and see what happens. Okay, yeah, we're a little chunky. We're a little chunky, but you know, it's fine. It's fine.
It also just halved all the triangles, so that's perfect.
Yeah, are you happier with that number of that amount of topology?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was like, we could cut out more, but the more we cut out, the more like clunk it's going to look.
I think moreover, it's going to end up being the the actual like ring's face bevel that might get trimmed.
Okay. Do you want to grab one of these edges and then chomp him? Because we added a whole ring of faces here just to give it a little bit more roundness.
What if we take out this? If you look at mine real quick. What if we take out this ring here? That way, it's just like a 2-pointer, or it's a single like.
Yeah, that's the one we added in. So yeah, we can take that back out.
I know.
Yeah, we can take that back out. Yeah, that's fine. We can take that back out. In theory. Again, I don't really like do this much, but in theory, we should be able to. If I do this, does it just? No, okay, that does not work. Yeah. So the way we're gonna want to do that is you want to be in edge selection mode, and we're just gonna dissolve both of those. Actually, I guess just dissolve one of those edges. I picked the left one.
You want to do the edges instead of the face?
Okay. If you get rid of the Blender does not like to dissolve faces, especially when they're coplanar and connected. So we're just gonna get rid of that left edge loop, and then we'll just reposition our remaining edge. So once you've dissolved that, which you can do by X and then dissolve edges, which I assume you did. So are you down to just this again? We can select this edge and then double tap G to just slide it. And we can regain a little bit of our, roundness. Just slide
double tap G?
Yep, to slide that edge loop. We can regain some semblance of roundness.
.35.
Yeah.
That's not.
No? What happened? Oh.
Hmm.
Let me look at your thing. my lookies. Yeah, I
Oh, -3.5. I'm sorry.
there you go.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Okay, nice, perfect. Lovely, beautiful.
Me also just realizing that my ring is off center from the y-axis now for some reason. Not the y-axis, the red one. It's not
the
quite
X-axis?
centered.
Let me looky at it. I looky at your perspective. Oh, on the Z-axis? Hit 1 for me on the numpad.
Oh, 1?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are
it's a
you
little
are
bit
a
offset
little bit.
now for some reason.
Wait, hold on. Can you zoom out so I can see the bottom of your ring? Is the bottom also equally offset? Are you just moved slightly?
Yes. It looks like it just got shifted.
Oh, I think you, yeah, because your origin point is still the same at the right spot. So just go to object, hit tab to go to object mode.
Okay.
And then just hit Alt G to clear your
Alt
G to
There we
clear
go.
your movement. Yep, there you go. So just for the sake of a teaching moment, can you go back to object mode?
Okay.
Hit G and just move it a little bit, and then left click to confirm. Hit R and rotate a little bit, and then left click to confirm. Yep. And then S and scale a little bit, and then left click to confirm. So Alt will clear things in object mode. So if you hit Alt R, that clears rotation. Alt G clears translation, and Alt S clears scale.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So now we have our slightly smaller son, our fucked up little guy. So now I probably have to like Google some shit because I haven't done this in actually like 2 years, but I will try to brute force my way through remembering how to do it first, and then resort to Googling shit if I can't remember how. Okay. Do you want to know how I remembered how to do it the last time I needed to do this? So I've done this twice before because this is like something you'd only do at the end of finishing modeling something. The first time I had Morgus help me, and then the second time I went to my VODs channel on YouTube and found the last time Morgus helped me with it on stream, and and had Morgus help me again in the past. So we may it may be I go find my video of Morgus helping me do this like 3 years ago now, and to recall how to do it. But basically we want to take the normals of the I want to take the normals of the high poly and spoof them onto the low poly, essentially.
Okay.
So first things first. First things first, we want to turn our mirror modifier into a real thing. So we're going to go in object mode. We're going to look at our little modifiers window on the right. We're going to click the drop down next to the X on the right hand side of the modifier. We're going to click the checkbox that says apply.
Oh, it's already checked up. Oh, I just clicked that. Cool. Applied.
Yeah, so now in theory, if it did the correct thing. Yeah, okay, yeah. So now our model is a solid, it's real, it exists. It's no longer being mirrored on both sides. We're gonna want to reveal our high poly ring in the top right in our outliner. And then we're gonna click on that one in the outliner, and then do the same thing to its mirror modifier, and just click the drop down and hit apply.
Got it.
Cool. All right. Then you can hide the high poly ring again. And then I think the way that this is done is we take our low poly ring, and I'm pretty sure you add a multi-resolution modifier. So if you hit the little plus, you can type in multi, or I believe it's under generate. Yeah. And you're going to grab a multi-resolution modifier. Yep. And then it has a little drop down, the first one that says subdivision. We're gonna click subdivide. And then we're gonna click subdivide again. And honestly, because we're working at so low poly, that's that's probably plenty. That's almost certainly plenty. Yeah,
That's gonna be polished.
We could do it one more time. Well, because we're not like this is not going to be used. Hi, Riot. This is like the thing we're doing right now is just for the sake of the normals. So it's just going to be the lighting. So like this is not going to affect gameplay at all. So maybe we could do we do another one? Do another one. Yeah, okay, let's go to 3 levels of subdivision.
Yeah, my triangles are at almost 55.3 thousand.
Yeah, but if you click the little monitor display on this modifier, that will drop down to what it was before. Because this is not real. This is just what we're gonna do to be like, ooh, you have fancy bougie lighting, and then but your actual topology is dog.
Wonderful.
So now that we've done that, we're going to add a I believe it is, yeah, we're gonna add a shrink wrap modifier. Beneath our multi-res modifier.
Is it just the regular deform shrink wrap?
Yep, deform shrink wrap. Also, if you don't like finding it in the dropout menus, you can just type it in the search bar at the top. Either way, we're gonna grab that. No worries. And then we're going to click our little eyedropper for target. So target has like a little square with like little like edges around it that says object in grayed out text, and on the right hand side of that there's an eyedropper. We're going to click that eyedropper, and then we're going to go up, and we're going to go into our outliner, and we're going to click on our hidden high poly wedding ring. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's going to suction our shit directly as close as it possibly can to the high poly wedding rings topology. And now we fuck around with our various drop downs until it looks as good as possible. I think project is usually better. And then if we turn on positive and negative, yeah, I usually have better things with that. So let's go. So on your wrap method, you're going to change it to project. You're going to leave snap mode on surface. You're going to tick off negative and positive.
Got it.
Cool. And then you can hit the drop down and hit apply on the shrink wrap.
Got it.
And now that has suctioned our multi-resolution modifier to our higher poly mesh. So now compared to before, where it was just smoothing things out, it has now suctioned it onto our higher poly mesh. Okay. So now comes the parts that I am less of a knower about, which is figuring out how to bake a normal map from this. Oh, I'm just gonna Google it and then see if I can get an answer. Bake normal map from multi-resolution modifier Blender. We're gonna find out what Google says. We go to the Blender Stack Exchange. Lower the levels, viewport value, and multi-res modifier. Bake a normal map from the multi-res modifier. The viewport level basically your low poly mesh. Okay. So we're gonna change levels viewport to 0, I think is what we need to do.
Levels viewport to 0?
On the multi-res modifier thing, yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. So now I do some testing, and if it works the way that I think it does, then I tell you to do it. So hold on for the ride for a moment. While I figure this out. We're gonna do wedding ring normal. It's a VR chat texture. We probably don't want it to be 4K. I'll leave it at 1024. It's just gonna be like gray anyway, right? So I don't think it matters, right?
Yeah, no, it's gonna be like silver, gray, metallic.
I'm not gonna get. Normally, I'd be like, yeah, make everything 4K. I don't think you need your ring to be 4K.
I don't need that 4K.
Yeah. And then we're gonna have you be color space non-color. And then and then can I do does this do what I want? Oh, I need to cut. We need to UV unwrap first. I should do that. We should do that. Okay. So let's do that first. All right. So you're still in your object view, right? You've still got your multi-res, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna turn off the multi-res for the moment, so you can toggle the little monitor picture thing on that modifier in the top right of it.
Got it.
Cool. So we're gonna make UVs for our ugly stupid little son. And he's gonna do great. He's gonna be beautiful. He's gonna be perfect. What we're gonna do is we're going to go back into edit mode. We're gonna go into edge selection. So hit 2 to go into edge selection mode if you're not there already. And then we are going to try and do you know how UVs work as a concept, right? Or do you want me to pitch that to you?
Go ahead and pitch that, because I'm sure there's people watching who don't know.
Okay. Have you ever have you ever made a box out of paper by like cutting the like 6 sides of the square and then putting it like unfolding it and then like you fold it together? Yeah, where it's like it's kind of it's usually shaped like a cross or whatever. That's basically what a UV unwrap is the UV is the UVs. I don't even, what the fuck does UV stand for? What does UV stand for in Blender? UV stands for the axes of a 2D coordinate map. Oh, U and V. Well, that's stupid. Anyways, it's not ultraviolet. All right, so it's basically the wrapping that is going on your Christmas present box. It's the wrapping paper that you're wrapping around the box, right? So it's going to conform exactly to your model. However, to make that, the primary thing that you need to understand about UVs is that ultimately they have to become 2D. So they have to become flat. So it's how can you slice up your model so that you can roll it out flat on a table if it was like a paper mache thing that you were like assembling. So that can be again, this is something that I usually leverage external software to do far faster, but Blender has all these things built in, and the first time I did it on Blender, so we can do it in Blender. The thing you want to think about is like what is going to make this nice to use. So like where do I want if there's going to be shitty seams that are like going to be ugly, where do I want those to be? Like that, like you have to picture your seams on your UVs as like the parts of the wrapping paper that you tape. Like you don't want that to be like on the top, right? You want the top to be like a nice pristine surface of your pretty wrapping paper. If anything,
that's going to be the inside. The
inside, yeah, exactly.
Because that's going to be against the avatar's the model's finger anyway. So
yeah. So honestly, because of how this ring is set up, I really don't think we need more than like one seam. Maybe it would be smart to do like one on like the bottom, but like we can test and fuck around with it, and then all these steps are really easy. So if it ends up being if we don't like the UV unwrap in the end, we can just change it later. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this inside loop on the inside of the ring that's gonna be like touching the finger.
Before we go too far on this, apparently when I was like connecting mine, it didn't actually connect, and there's a slight gap in there. How do I fuse those two edge rings together again?
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is another great opportunity. So what we are going to do here is let's is there a procedural way to do this? Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, this is great. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's grab here. The fastest way that I can think to do this is we're gonna go into vertex select mode. So hit 1. No, you're in edit mode, hit 1. We're gonna grab one of those, and then you see in the top right where it says its position. We're just gonna change Y to 0. Or actually, can we grab the whole loop when we do that? Before you do, so undo doing that. Hit 2 to go back to edge selection mode. Hit 2.
Hit 2.
Yep.
Edge.
Yeah, and grab
edge.
the whole edge. Okay, yeah, we can. Just change the median in the top right. Just change that to 0. And hit enter, and then grab the other edge. Change that to 0. And now you're gonna hit 1 to go into vertex select mode. You're gonna hit A to select all of them. You're gonna hit F3 and then type
F3.
Yep, merge by or actually you don't have to hit F3. Hit escape to get out of that. Just hit M and then hit by distance. Cool. That removed 24 vertices. So there you go. That fixed that. We're gonna want to redo our shrink wrapping though. So now go back out of this to object mode. You can just do that by hitting tab or do that. What is that? You don't want decimate. Kill the decimate modifier. That should not be on there. Explode him. Turn your multi-res back on, and then you can turn viewport back to 3. They're all on 3, right?
They are now.
Okay, cool. Then we're gonna add a shrink wrap modifier. You can just there you go. And then you're gonna eyedropper the higher poly from the outliner.
Well, I think the higher poly has the inner edge thing as well.
Okay, then we can go fix that. We can do that first.
Okay.
So hide this one and then reveal the other one.
Yep, it does.
Yeah, it does. Okay, yeah. So just select that object. Then we can go. Oh, you have decimate on it as well. You want to delete the decimate modifier. We do not want a decimate modifier.
Got it.
All right, yeah, and then just do what we did before. Good work.
Okay, there's that.
And then hit 1 to go to vertex mode, or that. Yeah, and then A to select everything, and then M, and then by distance. There you go. Great.
48. Cool.
Now we can go back to object mode. And then grab this ring by clicking on it, select it. Yep. And then now we can eyedropper the higher poly from the outliner. Yep. And then you're gonna change it from nearest surface point wrap method to project.
Project.
Yep, and then you're gonna tick off
turn
negative.
Off positive.
No, turn negative and positive on. You want negative and positive on.
Oh, both of them on?
Yes.
Okay.
And then you're gonna hit apply for shrink wrap. Which is in the little drop down next to the camera. There you go. Nice. Okay. So now we're back to where we're supposed to be. Cool. So now we're gonna select this inner ring that I've got selected here, and that's where we're going to put our first seam. So we're going to, is it just, is it E? It's not E, Control E? Yeah, okay. So hit, so once you've selected that inner ring, you can hit Control E, and then that's going to bring up the like edge information menu. They're all the way down, a little bit past like the middle of it, basically. There's a thing that says Mark Seam. We're going to click that, and then that's going to, if you click off of that edge, you'll see that that edge is now red.
Got it.
Cool. So now if we hit 3 to go into face selection mode, and then we hit A to select all of our faces, we can then hit U, and that'll bring up the UV unwrapping menu. Wonder if this is, I'm gonna think about what is the best one. Let's see what smart UV unwrap does for us. That's pretty ugly. Don't like that. Okay, so actually before we continue from here, so you're still in edit mode with your shit selected. On the top of your screen, you have your little various different workspaces. One of them says UV editing. Let's go ahead and click that. You're on layout right now. Oh yeah, so there you go. Now you're in that. So now on the right hand side of your screen, you have the 3D viewport, and on the left hand side of your screen, you have the UV editor. So currently we basically have no good UVs because we haven't set them up yet. So now with your cursor in the 3D viewport half of this workspace, you hit U, you'll get the UV unwrap window. I wonder, oh no, that's also ugly. Is it if I add another cut, will you be happy, or can I just do? Oh, that's also really good. I mean, that was not that bad. But hold on, let me fuck with the fuck one are you? Who are you? Who are you? Oh, you're just that. That's a little whack. Okay, I think we need to add like at least one more seam to make it not hate us. Is probably. Oh, actually, what if I hold on? What if I? What if I? What if I do that and then I unwrap you? Does that make you happier or angrier? Okay, that's obviously not the one we want. I think that makes you angrier. I think that makes you angrier. Okay, well, never mind that then. Keep that there. I think we add probably one more seam. So you can double tap A to unselect your thing, 2 to go back into edge selection mode. And then I'm just gonna say on the bottom of the ring, let's go ahead and select that bottommost loop. Easiest way to do it if you want to make sure you have the centered one is just hit 1 on your numpad so you're facing the ring from the front. And then you can just shift middle mouse to like drag your view down or scroll in and out to change your zoom. And then we're just going to alt left click that bottom edge loop.
Got it.
Once you've got that, we're hitting Control E to bring up the edge menu, and then we're just going to hit Mark Seam.
Okay.
And now that we've done that, now I'm going to keep clicking on these and hitting unwrap until I get something that I think looks less horrible. These are all horrible. They're all horrible. That one's okay. What faces are these though? Why are they in a square? Why are you like that? Oh, you know what's probably easier, actually? I have a better idea. Let me see if... Alright, well, I have a better idea, parentheses. Is it actually a better idea? I'm gonna check first before I tell you to do it. Does it like that? Does it like that better? That's literally the same. What if I do it? What if I do it here? What if I do it? What if I change this to 15? What does that do? That's so whack. If I change this to 90. Oh! That's pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take that one.
Okay.
I kind of feel like that one's fine. What do you think about that one?
I think that should be pretty good, I think.
That it's pretty, yeah, I think that should be fine.
There's only one way to find out.
Okay, so we're gonna change our seams again. So hit
okay, so how do I change my seams?
Go into edge selection mode, which is 2. Then we're gonna hit A to select everything. I wait for seeing your thing to highlight. Your cursor has to be in the 3D viewport part of the window for this to be happening. So 2 to go into edge mode, A to select everything. There you go.
There we go.
And now hit Control E, bring up the menu, and then right below mark seam is clear seams. Yeah, that's gonna get rid of everything. And then the seams I chose were I just did both rings on the inside face. So you can just hold Alt left click and then Shift Alt left click to get both of those, and then Control E and then hit mark seam.
Got it.
All right, cool. Now that you've done that, now you can hit 3 to go back to face mode, A to select everything, U to go to unwrap, and then I did Smart UV project, and I just changed angle limit to 90.
You said, okay, so...
Yeah, U, and then...
Select it all.
Yep.
U, and what else?
Smart UV project is the one I picked.
Smart UV project.
And then I changed angle limit to 90 degrees. Then I hit unwrap.
Okay. Got it. Mine's a little different from yours.
Lookies. I pull yours up.
It's close, but...
Can you rotate your ring? I want to make sure I see. Double tap A just so I can see your seams better. Oh, okay.
Hold on. Is that?
What are you trying to look at? Hit 1 to go into vertices mode if you want to select stuff, and then period to zoom in on it. Period on the numpad. So click a vertice and then click period on the numpad, and that will adjust your camera zoom level.
Okay, so it is actually just a singular.
Yeah, if you want to double check again, you can just while in this vertex select mode, just hit A to select everything, and then M merge by distance, and that will make sure that you don't have any weird duplicate stuff. M by distance. Yeah, you remove 0. Yeah, so you're fine.
Huh.
Little bit weird that ends up as a different thing than mine. So hit 3 again to go back to... Yeah, hold on. Hit 3 to go back to face select mode. 3.
So 3 to go back to face select mode.
And then A to select everything.
Select everything.
U to open the unwrap menu. And then Smart UV project. Yep. And
angle limit 90, margin method scaled,
I might have one of
aspect.
those as a different drop down. Let me check. Scaled, axis aligned, vertical. Correct aspect 0, 0. Yeah. I don't know. That's what it gives. That's what it gives me.
Huh.
I guess it's just at some point we changed our models a tiny little bit. If you go to your modifier tab on this object, so the little wrench, the little blue wrench,
Little blue wrench. Okay.
Turn multi-res off with the little blue thing. And now move your cursor. Yeah, leave it off. Move your cursor back in there. Now if you hit U, smart project, just hit OK. Does that change anything? That does not change
Same.
anything.
Wait, hold on. Your levels of viewport are at 0 versus mine being at 3. Is that
We
gonna
have the
change anything?
modifier. I don't know. You can find out. Just hit it again. We find out. We find out. No.
Nope.
Wait. Hold on. I turn on my. Give me my little info drop down. Statistics. Do we have the same number of on left here a little bit statistics? Do we have the same number of faces? I have
864?
912.
Huh.
So we have different topology somehow.
How the fuck?
Can I see what topology is different? Hit 1 on the numpad. Sorry. I feel like it's you got rid of an edge loop that, or like forgot to redo an edge loop that we did, a bevel that we did that is different than mine. So hit double tap A so that I can not see this, and then hit 3 to go into face mode. Can you zoom in and then shift mouse 3? Just go to the top, the very top. I want to look at your. Oh, I don't know. That looks identical to me. Hit 3 on the numpad and move it back into view.
How in the world?
Do I just have, are my inner edge loops
Do
not
you have
connected?
extra?
Ah, I do.
I
do.
That's why I was given some like jank shapes
Yep,
in the
that
UV
would be
unwrap as well.
why. Merge by distance. I guess our mirror mod, whatever we had, whatever settings we had for merging in the mirror modifier were not good enough. Let me grab all of this shit then. Merge by distance.
Okay, now we have the same amount of faces, I believe.
Oh, so that one never. Oh, so it was
not right
just
now.
my low poly that had that. Anyways, I shrink wrap it again just to make sure that it's identical to yours. Project. Positive, negative. Bam. Thank you very much. Apply. Turn this back off. Turn this back off. Okay, I have 864. Okay. Now if I hit Smart UV project with all the same settings, I should get the same things. How do I still not get the same thing, bro? What the fuck? What if is that still what you get after you hit the U Smart UV project? Yeah.
Yep.
What the fuck? Alright, what if you hit unwrap and then just do angle based, does it do we get the same thing? Go up to angle based.
Negative.
Yeah, your shit's like no. That's the same at least.
That's the same one.
Yeah. Huh.
I will say that when you were messing with the multi-res, things didn't look quite the same. Like yours ended up like super polished while you were like messing with numbers and stuff, getting to where we are together. So.
All right, well, let's
let's
compare notes then. Let's go back to layout view.
Okay.
Oh, the layout view at the top.
Okay.
And then turn your multi-res back on. Mine looks definitely. So are these numbers all 3 for you? Because I can't really see because it looks like these are Discord low resolution away. All of those are 3 for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of them are 3. Optimal display is toggled on.
That's the only thing that should matter. Okay, wait, hold on. Let's turn this ring off, turn the other ring on. Do we have the same number of tries for that? Mine's 1920.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Same.
Okay. It won't actually matter in the end, but I do find it annoying. Oh wait, you're an object mode. Why do I see my fucking... All right, wait, go to edit mode for me. Like select that object and go to... Oh, that's because it's your high poly. Never mind. Turn your high poly off, turn your low poly back on. That's still weird. Okay, or no, mine sort of looks like that too. Can you go into edit mode with that object? And I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we got the same shit. I don't know.
In object mode, it goes... What does yours look like, an object?
It's the same thing. Ultimately, this won't like actually matter, but I am mostly perturbed by the... And then I don't know why. Anyways, turn your multi-res modifier, toggle off the little blue monitor icon. And then just go, stay in edit mode, we hit 3, we select everything. If I go and explode stuff. Is it because I created a texture for you? Is that why you are different? If I delete your material, will I get the same thing as cause? Hello, die. If I do that, because that's the only thing that I can think of that I did that you didn't do. Okay, unwrap smart UV project, bam. No, it still gives me the good one. Whatever, we keep hitting unwrap until we get something that is the same and is also sort of good. What the fuck is that? Follow active quads, length even. That's too big.
Sphere
That's a little
projection
goofy.
is not it.
Yeah.
Cube projection, no.
If I hit project from view while I'm looking at it from the side. And then if I do... That's not very helpful. Okay, well... what is one that's just good enough? Unwrap minimal stretch. That's honestly fine. That's fine.
Or how small this is gonna be.
Yeah, the colors don't matter. Either way, Blender's built-in UV unwrapping is not very great, so I'd highly recommend using external software, which is what I do. But it is possible.
Okay.
It's not usually something that super matters unless you have a really, really complicated thing that you're doing. And also all of the things that we've unwrapped so far are fine. Like it's fine. It doesn't matter, but I just wanted to make sure we had the same thing to work off of, and I still don't really know why we have things that are slightly different, but again, that could just be I have add-ons or shit that are like compensating somewhere under the hood that you don't have. Okay, anyways, now that we have done our UV unwrap, now funny little gars, I think, go back to trying what funny little gars were trying, which is turn your multi-resolution modifier back on, and set your levels viewport to 0. Why is this back up? Go away. Okay, now we're going to go to the shading tab up at the top.
Got it.
And then we are going to click the little new button. That's going to make us a new little funny material.
Where's the new button at?
The middle
oh,
of the
there it is.
screen, yeah. And then we're gonna click on the inside of that, the very center where it has like a little name, and we can just call that wedding. Oh, I've caps lock on. Wedding ring material.
Okay.
Cool. Now that we've done that, in this bottom little area, it's kind of the same controls except 2D. So middle mouse will like move you around. Shift middle mouse also does the same thing. So you can kind of use your same 3D viewport controls. We're gonna hit Shift A, which is gonna be our add menu, and then we're gonna type image, and then we can add an image texture. And that's gonna be this little brown node here. Left click to place it. And then we're going to click the little new button inside of that. We're just going to call it normal. And I'm leaving it as 124. 1024 is fine. And then it has a bunch of different drop downs. It has linear, flat, repeat, generated color space. We're changing color space from sRGB to non-color.
Okay.
Cool. Now we're going to drag this little color circle on the side of your image texture node. And as you click and drag, it's going to extend like a little wire. We're going to attach that to the base color of the principled BSDF. And that is just basically going to change your ring to pure black. And now that we've done that, we are going to go on the right-hand side inside of our properties window. We're going to go to the render tab, which is the little picture of a camera. Once you're in there, if you go all the way down towards the bottom, there between performance and color management, there is a drop down called bake. Do you see it?
Yes.
So drop that down. And before we do anything, I'm just going to do a double check. So we're going to go back to, we're going to go from our render tab, which is the camera, to the modifiers tab, which is the blue wrench. This is in the properties window on the right side of the screen. We're just going to double check that our multi-resolution modifier is on with the little, like both the camera and the monitor blue. Our levels viewport is 0 and our levels render is 3.
Sculpt is at 3 as well, right?
Yep. Yeah, but we're not sculpting, so that's fine.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the render tab, which is the little camera. We're gonna go back to our bake drop down. Beneath the button that says bake, there's a checkbox that says bake from multi-res. We are going to check that off. And then we are going to hit bake. Then that's going to, depending on the pogginess of your computer, that is going to take a second, but we're really low topology, so it should be kind of essentially instant.
Yep.
Cool. So now that that has happened, we now have normals for our funny little ring. So if you go back to the modifiers tab, you can turn off the multi-resolution modifiers little monitor icon to turn it back off.
Got it.
Now we are going to go back into our what is this technically called? Our shader editor window, which is the bottom like black area with all of our nodes. We're gonna hit Shift A again, and we're gonna type in normal and map, and that's gonna create a little normal map node for us.
The vector normal map. Okay. Yeah, I think it's the same one. It's
yes. Yeah.
Purple.
Correct.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah.
And then so we're gonna move our little like normal texture over a little bit, and we're gonna detach it from principled BSDF, and we're gonna drag its color into the color slider or the color node on the normal map.
Okay.
And then we're going to drag the normal output on the normal map into the normal input on our principled BSDF. And you will
Okay.
immediately see how our low poly ring then pops into like looks a lot better once you plug that in.
Yeah, actually, yes.
So if you want to compare the before and after, you can just unplug the normal and then see what it looked like before. And you can plug it back in and then see what it looks like after. And yeah, it looks a lot nicer. We could technically if you want it to look even nicer than that, we could take our high poly and add like a subdivision modifier to it and then shrink wrap again, and it'll shrink wrap even nicer, and then we can bake another normal map. But this is just tutorial purposes. That already kind of looks pretty ugly in my opinion. You have a VRChat model and you have customizations on it, so I will ask you, are you a Substance Painter knower?
I am not. I do not have Substance Painter.
Okay, in that case, even better, we will do a bunch of shit inside Blender then. Okay, cool. With that in mind, let's I like to turn on snapping in this window because I like things to be organized. So if you are still in your shader window, if you hit Shift Tab, that will turn on snapping, and then I just like to snap things to be like the same height as like where I want them to be, because I like things to look nice. Okay, so in that case, we are going to do a bunch of our texturing here in Blender. So I saw you already saw that there's like a base color slider that you can mess around with. If you want it to just be really simple, you can basically just do that. One of the things that is tricky about using this specifically in VRChat is I can show you a bunch of shader fuckery in Blender, but I don't think that translates to Unity. I think Unity is just going to care about what is your base color.png, normal.png, whatever. So if I show you how to build a really nice metal shader in here, I don't think that is how it works in VRChat, because you're going to have to go into Unity and go, hello, Mr. Unity, what is your metal shader? And then plug that into the object. But even so, while we're in here, let's just make it look as pretty as we can, because we can. So in the 3D viewport window above your shader editor, let's just right click and click Shade Smooth, because I think that's going to be nicer anyways. Wait, what the fuck?
It went bad.
Oh, wait, does it know that this is in shade flat as well? Ooh, that's super interesting. Wait, hold on. If I rebake the normal map, does that change? I'm so curious now. I gotta know. I gotta know. Does that change? It does. Okay.
Oh.
That's important, actually. Because I remember at the beginning, I was like, let's change the shade smooth. And you were like, I want to see it flat so I can see the topology. I've never done that. I always keep it in shade smooth. So I didn't know that actually affected the normal map. Okay, so unplug your normal map. Unplug your image texture from the normal map and then plug it back into the base color on your principled BSDF. And then we're going to go and we're going to, in the outliner, we're going to turn our high poly wedding ring back on and we're going to select it. And then we're going to right click in our 3D viewport and we're going to click Shade Smooth.
Right click and we're going to do Shade Smooth.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
And then I think it's actually worth doing, so you can hide the high poly again. You can right click or make sure you have your low poly selected, right click in the 3D viewport, click Shade Smooth. So now both of them are on Shade Smooth. just for sanity's sake, because I don't know, again, I don't use shade flat at all, so I have no idea if this does something. Turn your multi-res viewport back to 3 and turn it on so that the blue monitor is like blue. It's blue. Then we're gonna add the shrink wrap again. So go to add modifier, add shrink wrap. Let me know once you got it.
Got
Okay, we're gonna eyedropper our high poly again. We're gonna change the wrap method to project. We're gonna toggle on a negative and positive. And then we're gonna hit apply again on our shrink wrap modifier. Okay, you got all that done?
I think so.
All right, we're gonna go back to the multi-res modifier. We're gonna change its levels viewport back to 0. And then we're gonna
Turn it
take
off.
no, leave it on. That's just so the blue monitor stays on, but we keep the levels viewport 0. Now we're gonna take our normal image texture, which is the like orange node, and we're gonna make sure its color is plugged into the base color on principled BSDF.
Okay.
And now we're gonna go back to our properties window. We're gonna click on the little camera for render. And then we're gonna go, we'll make sure bake for multi-res is checked, and we're gonna hit bake again.
It's looking a bit better, yeah?
All right, so now that you've done that, now we can reattach the normal to the normal map, and then drag the normal output back to principled BSDF. Now we've got our nice height.
There we
high
go.
poly
That's looking a
texture.
lot nicer.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. So you can just drag the base color to like something grayish, and then metallic you basically want 0 or 1. This HDRI is kind of weird because it's a forest. But honestly, as I said, the color and stuff is kind of, I think, the only thing you're gonna have control over for Unity, because does Unity, again, the problem is I know you want to use this in VR chat, but I have only made an asset for VR chat once, so the second we leave Blender and we go into Unity, my knowledge is exclusively I googled stuff or had somebody hold my hand. But I know for a fact that if I show you,
the same way.
yeah, I know for a fact that if I show you how to build out a really nice metal shader in Blender, you cannot take that and put it into Unity, because Unity has its own set of shaders for VR chat, like Poyomi and like stuff like that, and those all have their own, like, that's how you make shaders in there. So anything I show you how to do in here would be exclusively like within the confines of the Blender.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about that.
Oh yeah, so at this point
I can figure that out myself.
I would say it's probably just change your there's 3 things that are basically going to change what your ring looks like here. It's going to be your base color, metallic, which you want to have at 1, because there's no reason to not have it at 1. And then roughness. The roughness slider is basically going to be like how much gloss do you want? And then there are some things that we can do to like make this look a little bit better, that I think you should be able to carry over to Unity, probably. Let's go ahead and grab, let me just see what I can do here for you if I plug this shit in. Give me this. Give me this. No, I don't. Give me your hex value. I dump you in there. Bam, and then we're gonna go. I'm gonna build a little shader here, and if it looks good, then I'll tell you how to do it. If it doesn't look good, then I'll be like, whatever, just keep it silver. Also, I have no idea if this will transfer over to Unity at all, but if it doesn't, then whatever, and you learned a Blender thing. If it does, then
There's only
fuck,
one
you
way to
know?
find out.
Yeah. So we're gonna plug that shit in here. Let's put this back to 0 for the moment. And let me plug this in here and just fuck around with shit.
Ooh.
Try to compare it to your
Kind of like a
ring.
like a brushed kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. If we're able to export the texture PNG, it should be able to be dropped into a material in Unity as well.
Yeah, almost certainly. That's why I'm like, I want to try and give you something. I want to give you something, you know. All right, so
Yeah.
let me teach you how to do basically like what I just did. Okay. So we're essentially going to be building out a shader using some really basic nodes. So the first one I'm going to have you make is a hue saturation value node that we're basically just going to use as our color influence in what we're essentially going to be making. So we're going to hit Shift A, and you can just type HUE hue, and then the second one down should be hue saturation value, and that's going to make that node. And then just place that somewhere to the left a little bit. Then we are going to go ahead and grab our noise texture. To make that, we're going to hit Shift A and just type noise. Should be the first thing. And now that you've got both of those, the next one we're going to make is a multiply node for multiply color. But first way we're going to do that is you can just type in mul or multiply or whatever, and you're going to go color, mix, color, multiply. You don't want the math one, you want the color one. The math one will be blue, the color one will be yellow. And then once you've got all three of these together, you should be able to drag the color output of the hue saturation value into A on your multiply, and then the factor of the noise texture into the B on your multiply, and then drag the results into your base color on your principled BSDF.
Okay.
And once you have done that, it is now interacting with your shit. Drag your factor to 1 on the multiply. So that on the multiply, yep, so that it's applying 100%. And now just keep your camera static somewhere that like shows you an edge that has like a little bit of shadow and a little bit of gloss. Yeah, I would probably zoom in a little bit more. You want to be able to see the texture. And now from this point, it is going to be a matter of like adjusting sliders. So first, I would mess with the color in your hue saturation value. You can just grab that thing and then grab something that's closer to what you want. If you want it to be perfectly gray, you can just keep the saturation at completely 0, and that'll keep it in grays. And basically, you can just adjust the slider on the left to decide like what kind of silver you want. And then if you want to adjust things Keep the factor for the hue at 1, the hue saturation value thing. That should be, just set that to 1.
Yep.
Okay. And then any of those other than yeah, you can drag those sliders around as well too if you want to try and see what they do. All of them basically do what they say they do. And then for the noise texture is basically going to be adjusting like the grain and grit of our stuff. I'd increase the roughness a bunch. The roughness is going to be pretty important. I'd keep distortion at 0. And then scale is just going to be like how big or small the like smudginess is. Detail, I kept it like 3.
Okay.
And then the final, whatever the fuck this word is. Yeah, if you have
distortion,
there's lacanarity. That never heard of this word before. Whatever that made up word is. You can drag those sliders around.
Oh.
Rather than type things, it may be easier to just like drag the slider. I don't know, up to you. And if you hold shift while you're dragging a slider, it gives you more levels of adjustment.
Okay. I think I'm actually happy where it is right now.
Yeah. And so once you've got that looking however you want it to look, we're basically just going to how do I tell this to, like, can I have this as a PNG? Because I know we have it as a material. Can I make it into a image texture? Or let's Google that because I've never had to do it. Turn material into image texture for... Actually, wait, hold on. I might know how to do this. If we just go to texture paint and we go to... Oh, do we have to... Yeah, I actually... I'm not sure how to be like, can you make this into an image for me? If I Google.
Do you mind if I am right back in just a sec while you look at this?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, be right back. Thank you.
Oh, is it just that simple? Ring, wedding ring color. Could it be that simple? What do you think, chat? Could it be that simple? Could it be that easy? Do it just work like that? Okay, so question, Mr. Blunder. If I plug this back in here... No, that is not the same at all. Interesting. Oh, it's because I have to change some of these settings, maybe? Burp, burp, burp.
Okay, I am back. Thank you.
No worries.
O'Reilly.
Uninitialized image. Wedding ring color from. What happens if I do this? Very dark. Why are you so dark? Yeah, I don't know how to be like, Mr. Blender, turn this into a picture. Material to Blender for VR chat. If I add 4 VR chat on to the end, will that help? Nope. That is not what I want. Alright, fucking AI recommendation thing. What are you gonna tell me to do? Bake type to diffuse. What? Is that true? Just color? Uncheck those with a Okay, I'm trusting you, random Google source. Let's find out. Let's find out.
Let's see if Gemini's wrong again.
Okay. We click the button. It says uninitialized image. Why are you uninitialized? Do I have to leave this on generate? Does that do a thing? Ah. Oh, now you're just pitch black. So that's definitely not what we want. I just want like the colors, bro. Yeah, we are doing and then you have to do a thing for making it work in VR chat is beyond the pale for my understanding. I don't want to see a video. Select to choose bake type, choose bake. Materials are in no way images. And blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay. I guess... Basically, what I guess I am realizing is... I would have to... I do not... Is this a thing? Can I, like, take... Can I take all of... What happens if I hit bake when I have all of this? No, that's not how that works. I'm like, okay, so we have... I'm just trying to think through this on, like, just a thinker level. We've got... This is a color. We've got a color. This is an operation. It's like it's a blending layer, so maybe that can't become a thing. Noise texture is a procedural thing that's generating thing, but it is ultimately creating colors. So I feel like all of this should turn into a thing. If I put metallic at 0 and then do, does it become less horrifically dark? If I also put roughness at 0, is that what is required? To just get... I just want the raw dog color. Does that give raw dog color? What do you think, Kaj? I click the button.
I don't know.
I feel like it's like really dark. I feel like if I plug this in, it is not going to be the same. Which is how it should work, I think. I don't know what... Is it because we're doing it and there's no light? Because obviously in our render mode, it's like pitch black because we have no light sources, but that shouldn't I don't want it to be looking at light sources anyways. Hi, Corvo. Yeah, I don't know. This is a this has nothing to do with Blender. This is a you want to take this out of Blender step, and so I'm immediately into the I have no fucking idea, and I'm just gonna be googling stuff. And this is a we asked somebody who's done this before. How do you do this? Should be the textures target material is image node. Wait, hold on. Baking material to image is too dark? Question mark? Blender? Change the bake type to diffuse. Is flat for the bake. Only use diffuse and emissive type nodes. Bruh. Okay, what if I use diffuse BSDF? What does that look like? And now what if I do image texture? And hit bake. It's still crazy fucking dark. Yeah, unfortunately, Kaj, we have eclipsed my knowledge of how to like take a texture out of Blender and put it into Unity.
No worries.
I can help you do stuff in Blender, and I can make it look really good in Blender. When it comes to the I know there's a way to make this into like a thing that comes out of Blender, because I've taken things that are things and plugged them all in and reassembled it in Blender, but I don't know what these steps to split it apart were, because I thought it would just be hello Mr. Blender, turn it into an image texture for me, but I guess it's maybe not. What if I drag you into,
I found I think
That's
I
not how
might
that
have found an
works.
answer, but it's a decade old.
What does your decade old thing say to do?
How can you save Blender materials as image files? One way to do this is if you're using the default internal render engine is to generate a UV map from an object hosting the material and then bake the texture into an image. Open the UV/image editor. Granted, this is also back in 2015.
I mean,
so
that's
the
already what
name's
we're
gonna be a little
doing
weird.
is the thing that's
Open the UV image editor and create a new image. You can set the output resolution from here. Select the next object, tab into edit mode, and press U to generate a UV map. For very simple models, you can use the default unwrap or project from view. For more complicated objects, it's also best if you use a simple object with the material. Let's see. Go to render tab, and under bake, you can set the bake mode to textures if you are using a custom texture, or just use full render.
Yeah, unfortunately and then that was maybe how Blender worked 10 years ago.
It says after that, use the image menu to save it.
That's the saving it I know how to do. The making it happen, there is no like texture button in Blender, unfortunately. I wonder, okay, if I go to standard none, does that make baking change?
Go to the render tab. Render tab looks like nothing right
Does
now.
that change anything? Does not change anything. Interesting. Anybody in chat know how to do this? Any knowers? Bake color from principal BSDF to image texture Blender 2025. Bake it from connect the shader's color output to an emission shader node. What? Yeah. Add an emission shader in your node, an emission shader node. Okay. Yup. Output from the base color socket. That's an input, not an output, sir. Hello, YouTube. What do you say?
Button. First thing is to make sure this object is selected in the 3D space. The other important thing is to make sure this texture baking image is selected as well. And then I always like to press Control S just to make sure I've saved my project, and then I can click on bake. And when I do
If
that,
I
you can see there's a loading bar
disconnect,
right
I do
here.
apologize.
Because I'm
It looks
sampling
like
that, it shouldn't
my
take very
internet
long.
might be
We'll just wait for that to finish, and there we go, so it's finished. So if you zoom in here,
I see. They did diffuse color image textures. Herm. Is it because we have metallic? I wonder if I set metallic to 0, if that will change things at all.
That might be it.
It might have something to do with that.
Try baking the
Diffuse,
the
and then just
texture
that,
again.
and then bam.
There
Okay,
we
that
go.
gave us, yeah, that's not like pitch
It's
black
metallic.
anymore. I guess it's just the metallicness. Okay.
I know that.
And
Actually,
then
that makes
wait,
sense,
if I
because
plug
in
this
you-
back in
in you-
here. Okay, yeah. And then, yep, okay.
Yeah.
We did it.
So
Okay.
in
Go-
Unity, it does something similar to where, like, when you crank the metallic, it turns the material dark.
Yeah, I just
So
didn't
that's
think
what was
that
happening.
it would be stupid. I thought it would know that metallic is on and like do something about that when it's baking it. It does not. Okay, so to get the color, we're gonna do Shift A, create an image texture, title it wedding ring color.
Title it.
Wedding ring
Create
color.
an image.
Yeah, create new image. And it's gonna be 1024. That's fine, and then just give it the title.
Alpha.
They just leave everything how it is. It's whatever default settings are is the correct one.
Sounds good.
And then just name it wedding ring color.
Got it.
Cool. Then with that selected and with your metallic on your, so make sure your metallic on the principal BSDF is slid down to 0.
Yep.
Okay. Now in your renders tab in the properties window, we're gonna go down to the bake drop down. We're gonna make sure bake from multi-res is unchecked. We're gonna have the bake type. We're gonna change it to diffuse. Under
Got it.
influence, we're turning off direct and indirect, and we're only leaving color ticked off.
Okay.
Everything else stays normal. You hit bake.
I believe I just got it.
Yep, and so to test that you got it, drag the color output from your wedding ring color image that we just baked, drag its color output into the principled BSDF base color input, and it should essentially look almost identical.
There's like very subtle shifting.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
but
it seems like it,
looks
like,
exactly the same.
Barely shifts the... I wonder if I change this to... No, it does not like that. If I change pre-multiply, no, it does not like that. Wonder why that
I
matters.
don't think it's gonna matter.
I wonder why that matters. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Yeah, either way, so that's got that now, and then if we drag metallic back up to 1, it's basically the same. Okay, so plug your multiply back in, leave the wedding ring color detached, and then in this little side window in the bottom left-hand corner, your image editor, there is a like 3 horizontal bars to the right of the thing that says view. If you open that, then you're gonna have a little thing that says image. If you open that, there, and you go all the way down towards like past the middle, there's a thing that says save all images. That's gonna make sure that your stuff is all saved, because otherwise if you like closed this, it would not save the images, which is stupid in my opinion. And then I think that should be it. I think we can, I don't we're not doing anything with the roughness. Like, we could add a roughness map, but honestly, rings are supposed to be like smooth, so I don't think you want like any gritty texture. It's just supposed to be smooth.
And honestly, it's gonna be so small on the avatar, it's not gonna really have a chance to really show off those details. So it's just excess bloat.
Yeah, so in theory, you now have your like ready to be jiggled into VR chat thing. You've got your low poly ring, which is the like actual thing you would export as like whatever file type you want, OBJ, FBX, whatever. You've got your 2 texture nodes, which is your normal and your color. And then inside of Unity, it's just going to be a matter of pulling up its shader editor and like finding the metallic slider and then finding where you plug your color texture in and where you plug your normal in. And I think that should do it, honestly. From my understanding. Yeah. Got our funny little ring. Well, how do you feel about your first little Blender project?
I feel good about it. I've got ideas.
You gotta show it off to me when we next hang out in VR. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see your
Absolutely
cool ring.
As long as I can get on my avatar before then.
Yeah, that's listen. I didn't claim to be able to be able to teach that. That's beyond. Again, it took as you have now seen, being like, how do I fucking turn this into files that can be used outside of Blender? I'm like, I don't know how to do that, Chief. That's not within my sphere of knowledge.
I may not have too much more knowledge on. I might not have too much more knowledge on how to use Unity for when it comes to like adding stuff to models. But I've drag and dropped a few things onto my avatar before. So
yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I would love to work on some stuff again sometime. This does look really nice, though. I like our simple little ring. Very nice. And I hope that it serves you well in VR chat. And I hope you're able to just drag and drop it onto your model and it doesn't fucking explode. I will say our scale is going to be horrifically wrong, so maybe before you export it, change the scale to something that like maybe makes a little bit more sense. And then make sure you go and apply it. But I think that it shouldn't matter because you can just resize it in Unity anyway. But currently our ring is 2.4 meters wide.
Yeah, I've resized so many potted. I've resized countless potted plants for making worlds from being 50 feet tall into only being like 6 inches tall. Yeah. So like, I'm not. It's not unknown to me.
Okay. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue either way.
Yeah, that's easy.
But yeah, good work. You've defeated Blender. You now know everything. There you go.
Thank you.
Now it's just a matter of memorizing all of your fucking hotkeys. And
that's the part that's gonna really hurt me.
Yeah, the Google foo will be the challenge for sure. That is always the hard part.
Yeah, remembering the shortcuts is gonna be the absolute worst for me. But I'll manage. Thank you so much, dude.
I will be here. I really do
appreciate it.
I will be here for you to help. If you ever need some more assistance.
Fuck yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go head out. Kaj, I gotta eat gar dinner. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you had fun with the tutoring sesh.
And thank you for the help. I really appreciate this.
Of course, yeah. Well,
hopefully I can start making some really cool shit.
We'll make some more cool shit. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to be slapping leather on people in VR chat. It's gonna be great.
The best.
Yeah, I'll research I also at some point soon, because I'm working on my model that I want to put in VR chat. I soon will have to tackle the beast that is learning and then you put it in Unity part. So I'm sure I'll be able to cooperate with you on that at some point soon when I become a knower of Unity.
I'm curious. When it comes to Blender, can you let's say we're making a collar, and I just want to use just do like a basic just. It's gonna be technically it's gonna end up being a cylinder, or not a cylinder. It's gonna be a very squat pipe.
Yeah.
Would you be able to do any kind of like the detailing and stuff? Would that be able to be done on a flat rectangle, and then, or like a flat like rectangular like prism, and then like you can curve that into shape?
Yep. That's very easy to do.
Okay, so that will actually make things a lot easier, probably.
Yeah, basically, like genuinely something that I can show you how to do that would be really easy is you could just make 3D versions of all of your tool heads, and then I can show you how to either stamp or raise those onto any sort of surface, whether it's curved or flat or whatever the fuck.
Okay.
And then and like I can show you how to save all of that stuff as like tools, so you can literally it can be almost like the way you do stuff in real life, where it's just you take the surface and you just use tools on it, you slap it away.
Delightful. That sounds excellent.
Yeah, I genuinely think you'll take to it really, really well once you can get it all together.
Awesome.
All right, Kaj.
That is good news to hear. Thank you so much.
Heart emoji. Have a good rest of your night.
Heart emoji. All the granola bars to you, dude.
Thank you. I chomp them. I chomp them. Why?
Take it easy.
All right, stream. It is time to go right on out of here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm glad that we got through the project. We finished Kaj's little ring, their wedding ring. That's so cute for them. I love that so much. We helped them have a little wedding ring that they can wear in VR chat. I think that's super rad. I'm used to making stuff that's way higher poly, so seeing something that I could see like visible polygons on kind of makes me giggle. But I think it looks good. It's nice, you know? It's nice. It's nice. I like it. All right, we're gonna go right on out of here. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe we'll be doing some video gaming, because I'm gonna be doing more art stuff all day, so probably be in the mood to video game. Thanks again for hanging out. I hope you learned something. If you're a Blender jiggler or a would-be Blender jiggler, we work on it. Soon I'll be a Unity jiggler too, and then I'll be completely unstoppable. Until tomorrow, though, I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, or night. Get some good snacks in, some good naps in, and I will see you later. Let's go say hi to Lookies. Who's around? Lookies. Let's go say hi to Danica. I think they're playing 1.0 Tarkov, and that's going to be interesting. Go say hi to them for me, and I will catch you guys later. Have a fantastic night. Get some good snacks in, some good naps in, and I'll see you next time.